Welcome to another episode of Shoggonaut Tour Reviews. Two idiots, camera, and a review. We are looking at
The Bride of Frankenstein
the ultimate Bride of Frankenstein
from Neca. Dun, dun, dun. In my continuing effort to keep Neca alive myself, I have bought yet another Universal Monsters figure, and this is the first one where I'm iffy if I got the right color.
Oh, you prefer black and white?
Maybe.
Because of the hair?
I don't remember her ever having brown hair, and I remember every Halloween costume having dark brown or black hair. So this is it's weird to me.
Okay.
Not that that's the toy's fault, but
Is there a black and white version?
there is.
Okay.
So she would look totally out of place with all my other figures.
Okay.
And it's the first one where I also could not 100% see the likeness.
Oh.
So it's clearly her, but again, I don't know if it's because it's colored or what, but like all the other ones,
Sure.
that's
sure.
100%. Something just feels off, and I don't know if it's that the hair doesn't have a wash.
There's a wash. Yeah.
It feels like a cosplay compared to the other guys
Oh, wow.
at times.
Okay. Strong feelings?
Yeah, I always pictured more of a darker Sigourney Weaver color.
But you saw pictures before ordering?
I did.
Okay. And you still bought it?
Yeah, they were super cool NECA photos.
NECA takes outstanding photos.
I don't dislike it. I'm just like I was gonna buy most of them, if not all of them, anyway.
Sure.
So I think it's a lot of that. She's the only one I never spent like, oh yeah, what color is she? Like, so it's just weird, but it's still good. I don't mind this stitching. I hate this giant bow.
Yeah.
I want to say that can't be movie accurate.
No, I think that's for human hands.
But underneath her gown,
Which is removable.
which is totally removable, she's just a mummy figure, female mummy figure. Which again has great sculpted detail, and you can see that the wraps are all frayed and blah blah blah, and does have a little bit of wash and coloration, but nowhere near what the other guys do.
Is she the first with soft goods?
No, Dracula had
Oh, the cape.
soft goods cape.
Right.
And if you bought the Frankenstein base, it had the shroud over the body.
Oh,
But
I did not know.
I did not buy that.
okay.
And then while we're going, I know these are accurate, but man, those are the most generic, flat, boring ass hands
Right.
compared to any other hand. And I know that that's out of the movie like a lot of the time.
Well, I imagine it's pretty constricting to have your hand wrapped up like
But
that.
like even the mummy has some.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I also never noticed that she had box toes.
Huh.
Which is cool and
That's something.
different.
Are you going to display her with the gown or without?
I'm going to display her with the gown, probably.
Okay.
I think it looks closer to what I would want. I'm just going to hide these down.
I mean, it kind of looks like a ghost sheet rather than a gown. There's not much form to it. And I don't know how much of that is movie accurate. It is very nice. I'm impressed. I'm more impressed than I thought I would be. But even from photos, I could tell that it had no form to it.
And of course, if we could find it, Mike Mignola did a picture of her, and that's what I want her to look like, and that'll never happen.
Of course.
So anyway, that's the basic figure.
Looks like standard NECA articulation.
Yes, except that she does not have the extra bicep joint that the mummy has, but otherwise she has totally standard NECA articulation, except kind of sort of. So her head, while it is on a ball joint, comes off like this. So you don't switch heads, you switch entire necks, which is kind of weird.
It's a little weird.
And the reason I know that's why you're supposed to is because this head, which has the same exact articulation, has its own neck. And this is the screaming face when she first sees Frankenstein and goes, ah! And this one, I really wish I had the black and white version because that is ingrained in my head.
Iconic.
And she just kind of looks weird like this to me. Whereas none of the other guys do. But again, it's really well done.
Yeah. I mean, the face is amazingly painted.
And she even has different hair because it's unkempt.
I wasn't sure if I was imagining that, but yes.
Yeah, it's a completely different sculpt. Like, it's got a dent up here compared to this one.
Surprising.
And you can tell by the curl in her hair, different on both sides. Similar, yet different. So, they went the extra mile and gave you that other hair. Some companies would have just swapped faces or something.
Yeah, I wonder why they chose that.
I don't know. And the neck thing it confuses me a little bit. Because you have two heads, you don't need two necks.
Right.
But is that the Borg Queen? She have a replaceable head? Star Trek.
Is that replaceable? I don't. I'm familiar with the Borg Queen. I don't know.
In the movie. So anyway, she comes with this head, which has the wrapped neck. So I get why they did it. I don't know why you needed two flesh necks. But, so this is what like when you first see her. And much to your surprise, this piece comes off.
I was surprised.
Or was not attaches there.
I was genuinely surprised.
And it's to simulate, because she starts off like this, and they unwrap her face. And then you get... So they unwrap and you see her eyes.
It's cool. I am impressed.
And I like the fact that they sculpted it enough on the inside, like with the little ridges and such, so that it fits onto the sutures, staples, whatever the hell those are, paper clips. So when you put it on wrong, right? Shocking. It's not coming off. And then you get some extra bandages pieces, like the mummy, so you can put your extra wraps on her arms. You get two of them. One is short, one is long. So you can have some extra wrapping.
It adds something. It's nice.
And then she comes with a second set of, man, I am splayed hands, which are both more expressive and less expressive. Like, these are the least expressive hands.
They're still very flat.
Yeah. And for those who care, they both go in and out. Not that she has anything to hold or weapons.
Sure.
So that's all she comes with. So she has the least amount of accessories out of any of them we've looked at, which is all the color versions to date.
Was there any other accessory that she should have come with that you would have wanted?
No, but I mean, theoretically, you could get the Frankenstein lab and set her on the same table as him. But like in the movie, the evil scientist guy has shrunken miniature guys, like action figure size people in some test tubes. But like she could have come with, like Dracula came with, a bug. She could have come with something.
True.
And if they ever get around to those guys, maybe we'll get that. But for the amount of stuff the other guys come with,
She's a little light.
Yes. And granted, she doesn't do much, but it's interesting. She should have come with an alternate Boris Karloff head that more matches his appearance in Bride of Frankenstein for your Frankenstein.
That would have been nice.
There you go. Call me up, Neca. I will take a job.
So for scale, we've got a Neca Predator, we've got Hasbro Indy, Haya Mean Machine, and McFarlane Frankenstein there at the back. She goes with the other Universal guys.
100% in scale with them. She will look great on your shelf.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone wants to donate 3 or 4 Bride of Frankensteins, maybe 6, to the channel, we will customize a DC McFarlane Bride of Frankenstein toy for you. For us to review for our channel, for my purposes.
Ideas are churning.
Final thoughts?
I don't have any opinions on what she should look like. I'm not super familiar with the movie to the point that, I have the opinions that you do. So I'm going to go, I think, 4 hammers. She's good. Certainly surprised me in some ways. She is lacking in the accessory department, but the alternate heads, I think, are great. It's the hands where she's lacking. And I like the wraps, these little dangly bits. It's a nice touch. I might put one on a foot, on an ankle, if she weren't wearing a dress. And the dress, I think, is really impressive. So, I just, compared to the others, not as many of accessories, not as impressive. But the figure itself, the crucial part, the figure, is very nice.
Agreed. I'm going to give her 4 hammers for pretty much everything you just said. She is bordering on greatness. She is as good as all of them in spots, but she is closer to the Invisible Man than she is Frankenstein or Dracula or Wolfman, which is not bad at all. She's the best bride figure that I've seen, that I know of. And maybe it's just the shock of her being colored for the first time in my bad memory. But yeah, she's not bad at all. I'm happy with her. She's going to be displayed. She's going to be used and played with. And yeah.
Is Creature the last?
There is Creature from the Black Lagoon and the Lon Chaney London After Midnight guy. I think those are all, the rest of the ones we know of right now until San Diego.
Right.
Which is right around the corner.
That's the big looming thing. Some companies have been quiet.
Some companies have not. We shall see. But yeah, I haven't heard anything that they were done with the license. So maybe we'll get a Bride of Frankenstein, or Ghost of Frankenstein with the furry jacket. Maybe a Van Helsing. Just tell me you have the Hammer license, and then I'll just give you more money. That's all I want to do is give people money. So there you go. That wraps it up.
Oh,
like, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. If you leave a thumbs down, which is very rare lately, thank you.
Yeah.
Tell us why. Is it a bad review? Did you not get all the jokes about Tote? Yeah, whatever. Thanks for watching. Smoke 'em if you got 'em.